Hello and welcome to the Al Amrit Cricket Ground here in Muscat, Oman. Final game of B of this ACC Western Region T20 tournament serves as a precursor qualifying event for this half of Asia for the Asia Cup 2020. Iran take on Kuwait, and Kuwait won the toss and elected to field first here in Al Amrat, where if we just show you what this means, this game, this final group game in Group B for the points table. Kuwait second, and a victory will assure them of their place in the semi-finals, qualifying alongside UAE, who secured their place with victory over Saudi Arabia. If Iran will manage to muster up a convincing win, they may be able to nudge Saudi Arabia back into contention. They would take something special from a side in Iran, playing just its third T20 international of its history. Iran have made two changes to their side. Naveed Abdullahpour, Miran Siasa in place of Mehran Dori and Adil Kolasangiani. Three changes for Kuwait. Pradeep Wasanta back in the side. Ilyas Ahmed and Bilal Mohammed Tahir Bilal also in the team today. It's a wide ball to start. The two Iran batsmen on strike. It's Masood Jayazeh, and at the other end his captain Dadkoda Dahani. Opening the batting for Iran. And with the ball, Ilyas Ahmed for Kuwait. So Jayazeh down the ground using his feet, looking to attack early on. Nearly get through for an overthrow. As it is, it's a dot ball. Well run single, first run off the bat. Jayazeh tucking it into the leg side and quickly scampering through for a single. It's an appeal from the bowler, Ilyas Ahmed. It very much looked like it was just bat. See if we can show you that again. Ilyas Ahmed, the bowler, left arm over the wicket. Thinking there's a pad first. Certainly sounded just like bat to me. Looked like he had much chance of hitting the stumps either way, and it's not out. Crunch through the covers, and that'll be the first boundary of the day. Dakota Dahani, the Iran captain, pouncing on the width. Crunching it through the offside. Made a lovely sound off the bat. Ellis Ahmed, as we watch a replay, giving just too much width. Crashed through the covers for 4. And he's bowled. Next ball. Muted celebrations from Kuwait. Ilyas Ahmed has his wicket. And the Iran captain looking to muscle it over the top. Is bowled. And Kuwait players celebrate their first wicket. As we see again, catch the end of it there. The stuttery images for some reason of our replay. Just clip the top of the stumps. Just taking the bail. Iran 7 for 1. Shadsa Hisarju is the new man in. And he's off the mark. First ball. Shadsa Hisarju has been Iran's leading man with the bat so far. Top scorer in this tournament. And also their T20 international leading run scorer as a result. Off the mark. First ball. Try and get those replays sorted out for you. At the moment, just a bit jittery. We're back with the live images here. And Iran finished that first over 11 for 1. They'll be very happy having taken 11 from it. Couple of wides, couple of boundaries. But they did lose their captain, Dakota Dahani. Which would be disappointing. And Kuwait brings Saeed Munib into the attack. A man who's been all effort so far this week. Lets out a big grunt as he releases the ball. He's a fun player to watch. Afghan origin. First from Afghanistan to play for Kuwait. And what a find he looks like. Excellent player. Quick, strong. Puts everything on the line. And he's shown this week he's capable of the bat as well. Can hit a long ball lower down that order. And he has a wicket. Faint edge through to the wicket keeper. Usman Patel takes a catch. He's another player who's really stood out for Kuwait so far this week. And the edge. And Jaize is snapped up. And Syed Manib has his first wicket of the afternoon. Slowly stuttery images show that front leg was nowhere to be seen from Jaize. So wide open in his stance by the time he tried to then scythe it over the offside. His front leg, almost an extra set of stumps, outside leg stump. And Manib just bowling in the channel, outside off. Has him nicked off. 11 for 2, Iran. And dominant from Kuwait so far. It's one thing Iran have done well in their last 2 games. They've batted the whole 20 overs. The first of which, the lowest completed innings in T20 international cricket's history. In that game against the UAE. Made 61 for 8 from their 20 overs. They went a few runs better yesterday against Saudi Arabia. Lost 2 early wickets here though. That's an inside edge. Chinese cut through the batsman and away for 4. Ali Mohammedapur is the batsman. Thick inside edge. Runs away for 4. It's off the mark. First ball. Very fortunate. More good bowling from Manib. And he appeals with a "how is that, umpire?" Very polite appeal. Manib. He's a fun cricketer to watch. Full of energy, full of passion. He turns and bowls again to Mohammedapur. The end of a superb over from Syed Manib. Started very well there. Just went for that 4, very fortunate 4 as well. You see, big strong lad, number 25, the Kuwaiti opening bowler. And for just 4, took that wicket. Iran 15 for 2 after 7. After 2, sorry, apologies. Mohammedapur 4 not out. Shadzis Arju also on 4. Both of them hitting their first balls for boundaries. Ilyas Ahmed, left arm seam, will continue. Shadza Hisarju on strike and outside the off stump. Makes no connection though. Be a wide down the leg side. Well taken from Patel. If you're watching these two sides for the first time this week, man at the crease for Iran, currently on strike. Shadza Hisarju, been in good form for an Iran side that has struggled but is making their bow in T20 international cricket. He's been the standout with the bat. 34 runs across his 2 games. Kuwait have been very impressive. Ravija Sanjawan scored the bulk of their runs and looked very capable of the bat. Shiraz Shiraf, keep an eye on him in the field. Already has 2 run-outs to his name. He's lightning quick, and he has one of the strongest and best arms you'll see in not only associate cricket but international cricket. He's wearing a number 9 shirt for Kuwait, and he's at backward point currently. Usman Patel as well, the wicketkeeper. Made a number of stumpings. Good Yorker from Ilyas Ahmed. It's well played as well from Shadza Hisarju. Dug it out. Driven into the offside just moments after being hyping up Shiraz. Lets that through for a single. Poor from his exceptional standards that he's set so far this week. The end of that over. Halfway through his power play, he ran 18 for 2. And a wide to start Muneeb's second over. Mohammadapur. It was on strike. half-hearted appeal for LBW. It's always going down the leg side. Giving us runs as well, so possibly an inside edge from Mohammadpur. You see again on the replay here. Yes, back through for the keeper. Didn't carry for any kind of catch. Back to live scenes. And that'll be another wide down the leg side. It's hit firmly over the top. Given width. Mohammadpur cashes in, flailing it over the top of backward point and for 4. Muneeb hasn't quite found the rhythm in his second over. His first was excellent. A couple of wides, then this one hung out there. Flamboyant from Mohammadpur. Throwing his wrists in to out to get that ball over the infield and away for 4. This time firmly down the ground. Over pitch from Muneeb. Mohammadpur with a big stride in. Smashes it back past the bowler and past mid-on to make it 2 4s in a row. Lovely shot, this one. 2 very good shots in a row from Mohammadpur. You see the replay. Crunching it down the ground. And back live now. Muneeb into Mohammadpur again, and this time through extra cover. This is some brilliant batting from the Iran number 3. Muneeb first goes short and wide, then 2 full and straight, and now 2 full and wide. That was the ball before. Crunched down the ground. And then this one. Lovely shot from Mohammadpur. And you'll see, won't get his feet out to the ball. He will get a big stride and clear that front leg. So he has no obstruction for a big swing through the line. It's working so far. Muneeb goes a bit shorter and more aggressive. And it's well played in the end from Mohammadpur. And he's gone on to 16 not out as he practices big aggressive pull shot. Should Muneeb drop it in short again. There's no man out on the leg side other than fine leg. There's a third man as well on the off. So in front of square. Lots of opportunity to score on this ground where the outfield is lightning quick. And there again over the top. This time it will plug a little bit. Mohammadpur not quite getting all of it this time around. A wonderful over from Iran. 35 for 2 after 4. Mohammadpur 18 from 9. He's going at 200 of a strike rate at the moment. Brilliant stuff from him. Number 2 shirt on the left of screen. 4s in that innings so far. It's forced Kuwait into a change of bowling. Pradeep Wasanta played the first game against the UAE. So against Saudi Arabia, played the first game, then was dropped for yesterday's defeat to the UAE. He starts off with a wide. There'll be runs. There'll be extra runs here. Should run at least a couple. Giving chase. Looked like at times the two men giving chase were on a treadmill. He'll hit the toe of Mohammedapur as he's sweeping. Mohammedapur played the game against the UAE, made 4 not out, then didn't play against Saudi Arabia. Against the UAE, he batted at 9. He's coming at 4 here. Looks like he should have been there all along. As he dives to safety to come through for a single. Bring on strike. Shadza Hisarju made 14 off 21 against the UAE. And again, he was batting at 5 in that game against the UAE. Then bumped up to open yesterday. Made 20 from 39. Top scored in both occasions. He's 6 not out here. Cutting into the offside. Well fielded. And will be no run as we end the 5th over. This Iran innings. 40 for 2. Solid start from Iran. Comfortably their best power play so far. See, that 4th over was a big one. 17 from it. Good stuff from Iran, improving with every game here in Oman. Meanwhile, for Kuwait, it'll be a change of bowling. Mohammad Aslam, the captain, brings himself into the attack to bowl the final over of this power play. It'll be Mohammedapur, who's on strike. And it's a wicket with his very first ball. Mohammedapur looking to strike it down the ground. Over the top. Doesn't get enough of it. And it's a well taken catch from Mohammad Aslam in his bowling stride. Watch a replay again. Aslam only just brought himself into the bowling attack. Bowling his first delivery. Left armour coming around the wicket, taking a smart reaction catch. That makes the score 40 for 3 for Iran. 5 balls left in the power play. New batsman to the crease in the side today, Bilal Mohammed Tahir. He joins Shadza Hisarju at the wicket. It's the first time we're seeing Bilal this week. Left out of the 2 previous games, given the opportunity in the 3rd and final group game of Group B. A big appeal. That back foot didn't move. Bilal having a big heave at the ball. He wasn't to be drawn out of his crease. Aslam responds by sending long on back, bringing mid-off up. Very much that agricultural swipe, pointing to leg side preference for Bilal. Back in his crease and trying to turn it into that leg side. This is but too high. Last ball of this power play. Ends with a dot. Bilal can't quite get off strike and up and running. It ran 40 for free, 6 overs in. Shadza Hisarju, their leading man this week, still at the crease. So you look at the state of play, 6 overs in. Iran batsman to fall, Jaize, Dahani, Mohammadapur. Mohammadapur had started so well. As for the bowlers, Kuwait, a wicket apiece, Syed Munib, Mohammad Aslam and Ilyas Ahmed. It's Pradeep Wasanta who continues. Single brings Bilal on strike, looking for his first run in T20 international cricket. Still can't get off the mark. Tucked into the leg side. Mazazai off the mark. Hit long into the deep. He'll beat the man at short mid wicket. It raised away for 4. No, it's well fielded. Looked like he might have picked the man out initially. It's in the air for a long time. Shatsi Arju looking to go airily. That man at mid-wicket chasing back, just falls over his shoulder and to safety. And the 7th over, he ran 44 for free. And this has been their best start with the bat so far. All week they've been batting first. .72 for 9 yesterday. It's the highest score so far. Bold, quicker, flatter from Mohammad Aslam. And it's Mazazai, Arshad Mazazai, round wicketkeeper batsman who departs. Apologies to Bill Out. Read the wrong team sheet. It's Mazazai. Played all around that ball. Middle stump uprooted. Iran after a good start, now 44 for 4. Have to rebuild a little. Still plenty of time to go past that best score that I mentioned before of 72 for 9 so far this week. Naeem Bameri comes to the crease. Yesterday he ran out his captain. His captain had faced just one ball, was on a duck. He ran him out. Dakota Dahani left stranded. Bameri has some making up to do. Despite that run out yesterday, he's still very much looking to push things. Might be something to watch. Bameri on strike. Fidgety at the crease. That ends the 8th over. A wicket maiden from Mohammad Aslam. Not a run off of him so far. The captain. 2 wicket maidens back to back. Superb stuff. Around 44 for 4. That's Pradeep who continues. First ball looks like he's taken lessons from his captain. Very flat, very quick. Second one, more flight. A little bit of pace taken off of it. That runs away for 4. Shadza Hisarju giving himself a little bit of room, opening up the face, dabbing it down to third man. As we mentioned a number of times here, this outfield is so quick. Get value for your money. Once again, Shadza Hisarju leading the way for Iran with the bat. This time heaving into leg side. Should be 2 here. Still some unconvincing running from Iran. Well, they get back home comfortably enough in the end. Brings up the 50 for Iran. 50 for 4 inside the 9th over. This time Shadza Hisarju going down the ground. You'll see, watching Shadza Hisarju, that he really plants that front leg, clears it, gets it out the way, and then swings through the line. Happy to go over the top, either side of the wicket. There should be another 2 here if they want it. Iran, confused running. Not the best between the wickets, this pair. Turning blind at both ends. And tend to be stopping once they get to the crease, rather than turning with the intent for the second. 9 overs in, Iran, 52 for 4. They'll be pleased with this start. See, a couple of dips and then big overs, shooting them up. An upwards trajectory. Well on course now to get their high score of the week. To beat it by some distance if they can stop losing wickets at this end, where Mohammad Aslam has bowled 13 dot balls now, taken 2 wickets. Kuwait captain proving near impossible to get away for Iran. Finally, a run off the bat against Aslam. Aslam tossing it up at the start of this over. His previous success was with the darting deliveries. Maybe, just maybe, setting up the Iran batsman, giving them a false sense of security. They pushed a man back and round, square leg boundary. And he's bowled a no ball. It's a real sin as a spinner to overstep your front foot. It'll be a free hit. Bomeri. It's to clean his leg. Launched it down the ground. There's a fielder there. There'll just be 1. Added to the Iran total. It's the end of the 10th over. Mohammad Aslam going for 4 from that one. Expensive by his standards. 2 wickets for 4 runs from 3 overs so far from him. Shadza Hisarju once again 17 not out. Mohammedapur top score with 19. Second highest score in T20 internationals for Iran. In just their 3rd game. Shadza Hisarju has the honour of that 20 yesterday. As for Kuwait, Hamid Aslam, the captain, brilliant. Saeed Manib, Ilyas Ahmed also chipping in with a wicket apiece. And now we'll see Shiraz coming to the attack. Bowls right arm off spin. Generally gets it through fairly sharp. Left alone outside the off stump. Well run from Bameri. Haven't said that too many times this week. Nice to do so. Brings Shadza Hisarju back on strike. Top score of 20 so far. He's on 17 now. Can he go better? Wide down the leg side. Iran will be more than happy to take those. And there'll be a few more extras here. Races away for 4. And given us buys. Added to the Iranian scores. Ending the 11th over. The ball beating the bat, beating the wicketkeeper, and running away for 4. Around 63 for 4. After 11. Currently saving their best performance for last with the bat. Heaved into the leg side, into a gap. Can't quite find the rope. Kuwait captain Mohammad Aslam into his last over. Remarkable figures so far, 2 for 5. Big swing and a miss. An appeal and given. Stumped. Bomeri having a big hoik, trying to go over the leg side, and his back leg adjudged to have moved enough out of the crease. Another sharp dismissal from Usman Patel behind the stumps. And Mohammad Aslam has his 3rd wicket. Around 64 for 5. We see that again. Bomeri, the batsman, looking to heave it over the leg side. His foot doesn't look like it's moved much there. They've just been already close to the popping crease and raised over the line. It didn't look to slip out though. But Mary gone, stumped. Brings Miran Siasa to the middle. We've not seen him so far this week. Coming in at 7. Shirt out, cap on. Left hand up. Facing Mohammad Aslam, who has 3 wickets already. Again, prodding outside the off stump. And bowled. Possibly stumped. You have to see the replay. Umpire square leg. Raised his finger. Aslam, either way, has a 4th wicket. Superb stuff from him. Can't see the replay. After 12 overs, around 64 for 6. Mohammad Aslam finishing up 4 wickets for 5 runs. Excellent performance from Aslam. See his bowling figures here. 4 overs, 2 maidens, 5 runs and 4 wickets. Incredible performance from the Kuwait captain. Very fine day at the office for him. Shadza Hisarju continues on strike, facing Shiraz. So Hadi Afzal, new man at the crease. It's worth noting Mohammad Aslam, captain, finished with those excellent figures. Becomes the first Kuwaiti in T20 international cricket to take 4 wickets. And now Shiraz has one of his own. So Hadi Afzal trapped on the crease. So a very full delivery from Shiraz. And the Kuwaiti players, see on your screen there, celebrate their 7th wicket of this innings. Shiraz has his first. You see once more Sahayad foul. Not moving his feet one bit. Shiraz looping his wrist, rolling over the ball. Very little doubt in the umpire's mind. He ran 65 for 7. After a great start, they've just continued to lose wickets with regularity. They've been well beaten in their first 2 games this week, but they've not been bowled out as of yet. Kuwait in a good position to become the first side to bowl them out, though. 3 wickets left for them to pick up. 7.1 overs to do it. Balok, the new man in. See on your screen there, wearing number 10, facing Shiraz. Big wide down the leg side. End of that over, 13 gone. Iran 66 for 7. Pradeep Wasanta back into the attack. Shadza Hisarju, the man on strike. He has 20. He's matched his highest score. He's also gone past 50 runs this week. Be one that he'll always remember. Iran making their T20 international debut. The opening game of this against the UAE. And Shadza Hisarju has passed his and Iran's highest score, moving on to 21. Baloch manoeuvres it into the leg side, picks up a single. Get off the mark. Shadza Hisarju sweeps into the leg side. Should be 2 at least. And it goes all the way for 4. It beats the fielder on the boundary. And Shadza Hisarju picks up 4. Pradeep the bowler. You watch the replay. Shadza Hisarju again clearing that front leg as he's done throughout this week. Sweeping into the leg side. Taking his score to 25 not out. This is back live. Punching down the ground for a single to end the over. And Iran now have their highest score of the week and highest score in T20 international cricket. 73 for 7 after 14 overs. Shadza Hisarju, once again, the talisman. He has 26 from 31 deliveries. That's Baloch that's on your screen. Shadza Hisarju, the man at the other end, number 6 on his back, has 26 from 31 balls, including 3 fours. Highest score in T20 international cricket for Iran. And it's Shadza Hisarju who has set that bar in every game. First game, 14. The highest score, 20 in the second, and now 26. Iran keep improving every performance here in Oman. It's not just Shadza Hisarju, but the whole team with the bat. 61 for 8 from 20 overs against the UAE, 72 for 9 from 20 overs against Saudi Arabia, now 74 for 7. And they've got 5.4 overs to add to that total. Baloch on strike. Sit down the ground and straight. It'll just be one. At the end of the 15th over, 5 to go. Around 75 for 7. Look at how this innings has unfolded so far for Iran. Shadza Hisarju, 27 not out from 34 balls. Another fine not. Hamidapur, 19, the other man to reach double figures. Meanwhile for Kuwait, it's their captain Mohammad Aslam. Best T20 international figures for Kuwait. First man to take 4 wickets in a single innings. 4 for 5 from 4. Outstanding stuff from the Kuwait captain. And Kuwait have now handed the ball to Mohammed Kashif. Coming off a modest 5-pace run-up. See, he's just rolling his wrist over the ball as he comes in. It's pretty much it's like a dibbly-dobbly medium pacer. Coming up and bowling cutters. A personal favourite type of bowler. Man after my own heart. Mohammed Kashif. Honest bowling. Stump to stump. Little bit of cutter variation. Economical run up. And this one looped, slower, more flighted, cut for a single. Raise Baloch on strike. End of Kashif's over. Went for just 5 from it. Worth just reminding viewers tuning in, this Group B game of the ACC Western Region T20 tournament. Kuwait currently in pole position to join the UAE in the semi-finals from Group B. Qatar and Bahrain playing out a Group A game on the pitch adjacent to us. You can watch that one on the ACC YouTube channel. if you so wish. Currently UAE 3 from 3. Perfect start from them. And Kuwait just need to pick up a victory here to secure their place. And they should be through as it is because of that net run rate. Iran would need to pull off a dominant win. For Saudi Arabia to sneak through. Money back into the attack. Change of ends from where he bowled earlier on. This will be a close run. They scamper through and it's a misfield. Again, Shiraz, I put the mockers on him today. He was brilliant in the field yesterday and the day before. Today he's fumbled a couple. That one didn't cost a run, fortunately for him and Kuwait. Should be a wide. It's overhead height from Manib, going short with the bouncer. And signalled as such by both square leg and the standing umpire. One more for the total. And Iran, 3.1 overs left, 83 for 7. They'll be desperate to cross that milestone of a first century for the team. Now that'll help. A lovely shot, guided through the third man. Just be one. Lovely hands though from Baloch. Feeling for the ball outside off stump, running it to third man. Around 84 for 7. 3 overs to go. 18 balls. How many can they get? 16, less than a run a ball, would get them to that first 100 in T20 international cricket. And that would be quite remarkable for this side, seeing how they've grown over this week. See how they've gone so far. That fourth over was a biggie. They've ticked along. Other than that, you can see the blanks there. Mohammad Aslam, his couple of maidens, exceptional. Kashif continues. Single off the first ball. Oh, it's quick and full. Shadzia Sarju's feet weren't quite moving. That was close. It's in the air. It's safe. Could be a chance of run out though. Won't be. Maybe there's an overthrow as well. Afzal Ashraf was a fielder at cover point coming in. His throw couldn't be collected by Kashif, the bowler. Shadzia Sarju picked up 2 and that one chipped in the air just over the head of Kashif for another run. Shadzia Sarju moves on to 32 not out from 40 balls. He'll be very pleased with this so far. Cut into the offside by Baloch. Iran continue to nudge towards that 100. There should be 2 here. And there is. Good running from Iran. Picking up 2. In the leg side. They move to 91 for 7 into the nervous 90s. 2 overs to go. Currently, Shadzia Sarju, top score, 34 from 41. An innings that is included 3 fours. Excellent knock from him on the right of screen in the 6. Now the right screen, Baloch. It's 10 from 16. No boundaries as of yet. But crucially, he's stuck there with that man, number 6, Shadzia Sarju. Continued his excellent form and continued this improvement that we've witnessed over the week from Iran. It's been brilliant to watch. And they'll be very satisfied with the fight they've put up. 2 overs to go. Mohammed Amin coming into the attack for the first time to bowl the penultimate over. Hoiked into the leg side. There's a fielder there, Shiraz. With that bullet arm. Right over the top of the stumps. Wicketkeeper's dream as a fielder. Shadzia Sarju back on strike. 34 not out. He would need 16 for a first T20 international half century for both him and his country. 9 balls to do it. Beyond the realms of possibility. But he won't get there if he keeps dotting. Would need a couple of boundaries. And he sweeps into the leg side, and that'll be one of them. 1 bounce for Shadzia Sarju. Sweeping merrily into the leg side for 4. Excellent shot from Shadza Hisarju. We try and show you it here. Looks a bit like a GIF. Pictures can't keep up with it. It was hit that hard. Shadza Hisarju, 38 not out. Iran, 96 for 7. 1 ball left of the 19th over. 1 stroke away from bringing up 100 for the first time as a collective. Mohammed Amin, cheeky. Going to the offside. Be a well-run single. So 1 over to go. Shadza Hisarju keeps the strike. He's 39 not out from 45 balls in Iran. 97 for 7. 3 runs away from bringing up a collective 100 for the first time in just the 3rd attempt. 6 balls away from batting their 20 overs for the 3rd time in succession as well. All of these total up to encouraging signs for cricket in Iran. Playing on this stage for the first time. And it's remarkable just how much they've improved with every passing day. They'll have some tired bodies over there. They won't be used to playing back-to-back matches like this. They won't be used to back-to-back matches, let alone back-to-back matches against the calibre of opposition they've come up against this week. UAE ranked 15th in the world. Saudi Arabia 24, Kuwait 28. Iran will receive their first ICC rankings at the end of this tournament. At least the points towards their first rankings. And they've managed to build something already. They should be very proud, very pleased with themselves. Although that is a wicket, and Shadza Hisarju is the man that goes. Excellent knock from Shadza Hisarju, and selflessly trying to get his side to that 100 mark. Having a go. Ilyas Ahmed, the man that's back into the attack. The left armour, he picks up his 2nd wicket. Coming round the wicket as we watch the replay. To Shadza Hisarju. Fallen straight. You miss and I hit. And he hits middle and off and sends the bails flying. Stumps skewed. Iran 97 for 8. 5 balls remaining in this innings. Shadza Hisarju given a warm round of applause from his teammates as he walks back. Rightfully so. Imran Shabaksh, the new man to the crease. He's on strike. Ilyas Ahmed, ball in his hand. 97 for 8. 5 balls remaining. Can Iran get above that 100 mark? Driven, backward of point. It's cut off before the rope. They come back for 2. Excellent shot from Shabaksh. First up. Hit hard behind Mohammed Amin. That point. It's cut off by Shiraz though. Coming around from the wide 3rd man. 99 for 8 then. Big appeal from the bowler, but the Iran scamper through and they pass or reach 100 for the first time in T20 international cricket. A lovely moment for Iran with this leg by. Not the best shot they've played all day, but one of the most significant runs in these early moments of Iran T20 international history. Well ran, and they come back for 2. Brilliant. Shabaksh, the non-striker, making sure Baloch comes back for 2. Baloch has moved to 13, not out. He's done very well, supporting Shadza Hisarju. And then now trying to lead the late charge as well. 2 balls remaining, 102 for 8. Baloch top edges it, the keeper can't claim it, and it runs away for 4. Baloch. The batsman. It's a big, thick outside edge. Usman Patel said it's been excellent this week. Diving to his right, can't quite get across and claim it. It flew off the outside edge and away for 4. Iran 106 for 8. They're giving themselves something to bowl at here. 1 ball to go. Ilyas Ahmed into Baloch. Hits it high in the air. Should land safely, it does. And they come back for 2. Brilliant running. Excellent innings from Iran. And you see Baloch, haunch on his knees, knackered, calling for water. He finishes 19 not out. And Iran 108 for 8 after 20 overs. Excellent performance from them with the bat. Their best of the week. Their steady improvement just keeps on continuing. Have a look back at that scorecard. Iran, standout man, Shadza Hisarju, 39 from 46. Every day he's beaten his own personal best and Iran's T20 international best. This time going to 39. Mohammad Apoor made 19 alongside him. Good knock from him. And also Baloch at the end, 19 not out. Helped their sides to 100 and above for the first time. And also for the third time, they've not been bowled out and they've batted a full 20 overs. For Kuwait, look at that man, Mohammad Aslam, their captain. Those figures. 4 overs, 2 maidens, 5 runs and 4 wickets. Best bowling figures in Kuwaiti T20 international history. First man to pick up 4 wickets for his country as well in this format. Ilyas Ahmed 2 for 24. Saeed Munib 1 for 25. And Shiraz 1 for 7. Economical as ever. Halfway stage of this final game in Group B, the ACC Western Region. There's your match summary so far. When we come back, Kuwait will need 109 runs for victory. And if they're going to have any chance of qualifying for the semi-finals, they'll need to do it in... Sorry, if they're very close to qualifying already, they want to knock these runs off, make assured of their place in that semi-final alongside the UAE from this group. 2 teams will have a quick break, turn around, and when we come back, we will have that run chase from Kuwait. Very nearly a run out. Strong start this from Iran. They're having problems with our replay. We come back live. No run. Driven into the covers by Patel. Strong start from Iran. The most they've had to defend all week. They made a good start with the ball. A big appeal, going well over the top, very high. There's a real belief about Iran in the field. As you'll see here, replay of that. Too high. Striking well above the knee roll. Almost thigh pad height. Mary in. And there's a lot going on all of a sudden. Kuwait's batsman. A little bit of miscommunication. Iran fielders one saying hold it, one saying have a go. Need some cool heads to prevail out there. Abdullahpur, the ball is second over. He picked up that massive wicket. Ravija Sandrawan in his first over. Once again a 7-2 field, but this time is a man at backward square leg. He drifts onto the pads. He gets lucky with that. No protection out there. That could have easily, of any sort of connection, gone away to the boundary. There's a long on and a deep cover fielder. The two men out on the boundary at the moment. For Abdullahpur. Mohammad Kashif on strike for the first time. Abdullahpur running in. Good piece of fielding. Very alert. Very good throw. It's Chaize, the opening batsman, at mid-off. Threw down the stumps. Big appeal, but Patel was comfortably in his crease. That, in a nutshell, is Iran currently really on top of their game. See, Patel was well home. Iran really up for this, really buoyed by that batting performance. And they managed to keep it tight in the inner ring. Well, this will build some pressure. Up to Kuwait to deal with it. It's outside. Half stump and driven firmly. He's having a go. Nearly carried to mid-off. Jaeze. That would have been quite the thing. Abdullahpur holding exceptionally well. So one leg by from this over so far. One more dot and he'll have a maiden. And there is the dot. Excellent from Abdullahpur. It's the first maiden by an Iran bowler in T20 international cricket. Kuwait 15 for 1 after 4. And Abdullahpur, after 2 overs, excellent stuff. 2 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 9. Very encouraging start from Iran. Kuwait need 94 more runs. Plenty of time to do it, 16 overs. But Mary will continue. 2 overs left in this power play. Up in the air, clears the fielder. Will run away for 4. Shows how much Iran are putting the pressure on. They've only got 1 man out at the moment. They can have 2, of course, in this power play. Just 1 at third man. Opening up his body. It's a good shot by Patel. It's under edge. Come through for 1. There's that solitary man outside the circle. He's at third man. 7-2 field again. Very aggressive from Iran. Really trying to put the squeeze on Kuwait. Force them into mistakes. Force them to go over the top. Mid-off goes all the way back now onto the rope. Second man out. Kashif on strike. Another dot ball. Full toss, punch down the ground, and Kashif is off the mark with a boundary. Pomeri over pitching. Full toss is met by Kashif's full flow of the bat, straight back down the ground. Nice way to get off the mark, driving through mid-on. It's in the air and out. Iran have a second wicket. Kashif, after that, strike down the ground for 4 to get off the mark. Next ball just prods away from his body, offers up the simplest of chances, and Iran have a second wicket. What a delight for them. As Kashif strides off, and Iran celebrate the second wicket. That was the end of the ball before, which raced away for 4. Next ball. Back of a length, arrowing into the batsman. And he just chips it up. Simple, simple chance. And suddenly Kuwait 24 for 2. 1 ball left of this 5th over. They still need 85 to win. Can Iran pull off what would be a remarkable first victory in T20 international cricket? They've given themselves every chance. First with the bat, and now with some early wickets. Pomeri, this time gets a W in his column. Man on your screen with the ball in hand. 2.5 overs. 1 for 14. Very economical start. That wicket boost as well. Once again, Iran squeezing, putting the pressure on. Another fine over. 5 overs in, Kuwait, 24 for 2. Still need 85 for victory. Bameri and Abdullahpur given their side the perfect start by picking up those 2 early wickets, and crucially Ravi Sandrawans, a man who's hit it to all parts these past 2 days. It's Abdullahpur continuing in his 3rd over. The last over of the power play. Bilal, left-hander, confused earlier on the other team. Trust me that it is him now. Bilal Mohammed Tahir, big left-hander. Again, a 7-2 field. But it still gets through the offside somehow. Through the man short in at cover. Then the man just behind him, extra cover on the ring. Pierced both men. It was hit so firmly from Bilal. And so there's 7 men in that offside field. 2 of them. This ball, apologies for our replay again, having some issues with that. That ball just pierced both men on that drive. It's a little shuffle round of the men in the covers. Long off, the only man back on the boundary. And that's a wide down the leg side. Abdullahpur can't afford to bowl down the leg side. Just one man. Mid wicket. Another at mid on that half of the wicket. He's done well bowling to his field so far. Both bowlers have. Not easy to bowl to a 7-2 field. Have to have great control. Slower ball. It's too wide and too full. And it's carved over the top and away. In the backward point region for 4 for Bilal. He has his 2nd boundary of the over. Again, having problems with that replay. It's wide of the off stump. It's now forced Tahani to put a man back out, backward point on the rope. Almost in between point and 3rd man. This time over extra cover. The fielder diving to his right. Almost takes a stunning catch. But he can only palm it to the floor. It's a great effort. In extra cover, Abdullahpur nearly had that wicket he's been crying out for. Brings Patel on strike. The fielder was Shabaksh, leaping to his right. Just couldn't quite get hold of it. This time going over extra cover. One bounce just inside the rope and 4. Patel. Again, given some freedom outside off stump. And this 7-2 field not quite working in this over. As Abdullahpur overcompensating a little, going a bit too far outside off. And that width, Kuwait have latched onto. And this time it's a wide, even further outside off stump. Abdullahpur needs to rein it in a little. Yes, he has to stay on the offside with a 7-2 field. He also has to make sure that he doesn't give such width. The batsman could just throw his hands for it, or the umpire can stretch his arms out. That's much better. Straighter and on-off stump. The end of the power play. Kuwait 40 for 2. 6 overs in. The lay of the land so far in this run chase. That was the first innings. Iran ended up 108 for 8. End of this power play, Kuwait. There's 2 men to go. Ravija Sanjaran, Mohammad Kashif. Abdullah and Bomeri both chipping in. Patel's moved on to 16. Couple of boundaries in that last over. 2 men to bowl so far. Bomeri and Abdullahpur made strong starts. Bomeri comes out of the attack. Figures are 1 for 14 for free. We'll see a bit of spin for the first time from Iran. So Hadi Afzal has been thrown the ball. He instantly has more protection than the seamers, as you'd expect. It's a deep backward square leg to the left-hander, a long on, a long off, man out at cover. No short fine leg or square leg. Still 6 free field. The only man inside the circle on the leg side is at mid wicket. And then 2 men out, long on and deep backward square. There's a slip standing very far back. The ball is not going to carry to him there. Unless I had Zahay Adfal all of a sudden turns into a quick bowler. First slip is almost redundant. That man at mid-wicket now has actually come across. No man inside the circle on the leg side. Instantly bowled to his field. Odd placement from Dahani. Single down the ground. Patel comes on to strike for the first time. To Zahay Adfal. This time there's a long on, deep mid-wicket, deep backward square leg. Oh, beats the outside edge. Good stuff. And the Iran spinner, Dahani, barking at his fielders, moving one of them round on the leg side boundary. Chipped up in the air, but lands safely. Iran close to having their 3rd wicket. Dahani's in close on the drive for exactly that shot. Chipped with hard bottom hand. Fortunately for Kuwait, lands safely. Bilal back on strike. Man on the boundary, moving round to mid-wicket. There's no one behind square on the leg side. Only a long on and a deep mid-wicket on the boundary. You'd expect Bilal, if he has the shot in his locker, to get the sweep out. Lots of value. He'll use his feet and just turn it into the leg side. Easy runs, if he can execute it. End of the over, a good one. To Hadi Afzal. Just 2 runs from it. Kuwait 42 for 2. From 7. 66 to win, 13 overs to do it. Baloch coming into the attack. Some more spin. Again, leg side, there's so many scoring opportunities, driven firmly down the ground. And this long off on the boundary has just stood and watched. It's deep mid-wicket. It's had to come herring all the way round and got it off pretty much in front of him. And there's just a backward square leg, now a mid-wicket, both inside the circle. And that man at cowish corner. And a long off as well, out of the rope. Here he comes herring round this time. Makes a good stop. It's good fielding. Siasar, who the ball before just left his mate to do all the work. This time he wasn't working. Swept into the leg side. Man at cow corner, a lot of work to do and he won't get there. Patel sweeping for 4. He's building up a bit of a head of steam now. Patel. 8 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. He swept and he swept hard on that occasion to bring up the 50 for Kuwait inside the 8th over. Dropped catch from Kuwait, and they encourage their man. Bomeri hit straight at him, he didn't have to move, and he puts it down. Camaraderie in this side is very good though from Iran. Immediately all of them trying to rally round and support Bomeri. Fielders close to him went up to him, patted him on the back. People on the boundary shouting their support in. Him to keep his head up. Baloch the bowler, however, I've been mightily disappointed not to have his first wicket. Driven hard from Bilal down the ground. End of the 8th over. Racing through these overs. And this Kuwait run chase. Iran bowlers not having huge amounts of run up. Getting through these overs quickly. Kuwait 52 for 2. 12 overs remaining. Just about halfway there. Need 57 for victory. That over from Baloch went for 10. His first. Hadi Afsal continues. Very slight, diminutive figure. Coming round the wicket to Bilal. Slip now, finally, as you see on your screen. Coming up into a catching position. And that's hit hard through the covers, and he'll beat the two men out on the boundary. Racing round to try and cut it off. Excellent precision from Bilal. Placement was superb there. So Hadi Afsal offering up a bit of width. We've seen it so often. Gets punished. So Hadi Afsal bowling his off spinners. First over went for just 2. Runs from the first 3 balls. Now this one, another dot. There's Hadi Afsal. He is bowling to that field. That offside heavy field very well. Just that one. A bit too full and a bit too wide. Bilal just leapt upon. Tucked into the leg side this time. Just be one. Patel drives firmly down the ground. Just be one to finish the over. Kuwait 58 for 2 after 9. Jaize welcomed back. Or introduced and welcomed to the bowling crease with a boundary. Bilal already warm to things now, 16 from 14. Goes over the top, and that should go all the way. And it does. Big 6 down the ground from Bilal. Ruthless from the left-hander. Excellent shot. Lots of power. Muscling it down the ground for 6. He clearly likes the look of Jaize. So does Patel. Hit that boundary off the first ball. Patel muscles this one again down the ground. Only one. This partnership worth 47 now from 30 balls. Swept firmly over mid-wicket, bounces just inside the rope and goes for 4. That brings up the 50 partnership between these two batsmen for the 3rd wicket. Excellent from the pair. Bilal, the man sweeping then. A full toss from Jaize. It's not a good over from him. He's gone for a 17. Full toss, looping on leg stump. It's not a very good ball. And just launched to the leg side, bouncing just inside the rope. That brings 51 partnership for these two batsmen. Bilal and Patel. 51 from 31 balls. Bilal's contributed 27 of those. Patel 24. And after Iran's good start, Kuwait have taken firm control of this. 34 required for victory. 10 overs to do it. Halfway stage, Kuwait 75 for 2. And cut through the covers, and that'll be 4. Patel happily just rocking back and easing the ball through the offside. Hadi Afzal continuing. Let's watch that replay. Offering up too much width. Lovely shot from Patel. They have a Caribbean flair with that front leg raised and waving. Lovely shot. Sweeping this time. Should be cut off. And is. Bilal having a bit of a confusion and then trying to stop himself like he's getting a dance move out. He is on strike. 27 not out. Late cut. No run. Siasar doing the fielding. Just 29 for victory then. The Kuwait. It's Bilal. Goes down the ground. It's just one. Bounces just before the long off. Patel on strike, 38 not out. Going down the ground and over extra cover. There's two men out there. Managed to get round and cut it off. It's good fielding. Into the 11th over, Kuwait 82 for 2. And this partnership has really led the charge, pushing them towards victory. Bilal walking away, exit left, 28 from 20, 4 fours and a 6 to his name. Usman Patel, 39 from 30. Driving through the offside. Worth noting that Usman Patel playing his first T20 internationals this week, just like the entirety of the Iran side. He's been very impressive with the gloves. Hasn't quite come off with the bat when he's been needed. But today, he's showing he has immense talent. 41 from 31, and again, you stray onto his legs, and that left knee gets raised, and on one leg, he flicks it behind square for 4. Really good shot. Patel moves on to 45 not out. Drives firmly down the ground. It's a drop chance. Baloch. It's a difficult one. Low down. But it did carry. Dropped a couple now, Iran. And it's costly. Patel sweeping, this time in front of square, for another 4. Moves to 49, Patel, from 34 balls. Wow, that you can see on your screen. He's been very... It's a man down the other end. Patel swept that behind square for 4. He's been excellent. Nudges it down the ground, and that'll be his 50. First T20 international 50 for Patel. Again, that's Bilal that you see. So Usman Patel, 50 off 35, 8 fours in this innings. Very good. Bilal this time in on the act. Going over, backward point. It doesn't run away. Big thick outside edge. They get 2. And Kuwait now comfortably marching to this total. They looked in trouble earlier on. Iran, the very good power play of the ball. Kuwait now 95 for 2, 12 overs gone. We see once again Usman Patel, 50 from 35 balls, 8 fours, strike rate of 142.86. Fine knock from Usman Patel. It's the 10th T20 International 50 from a Kuwait batsman. He's only the 5th man to do it. Mohammed Kashif, Adnan Idris, and that man Ravija Sandrawan. Done it on multiple occasions. And this dismissive pull shot shows you just how good Nicky's in. Carted away over square leg. Timing was immaculate. 1 bounce 4. Usman Patel. Dismissive pull shot. 4 more, moves on to 54. Kuwait 99. 10 more required. This time goes over the offside. That should run away as well for 4. And it does. Back-to-back boundaries. Usman Patel is absolutely steamrolling his side home. Kuwait past the 100 mark. 103 for 2. 6 required for victory. Shabaksh coming round the wicket. Taking the ball away from Patel. And he takes it even further away. To the rope. That 3rd man. 1 strike away, Kuwait. 6 to win. And it's 4 on the leg side. And that should have been put away, really, from Patel. It's a poor delivery. He just picks out the fielder. Siasar. He's had a busy day in the field. Five runs to win then. Bilal comes on to strike. Shabaksh, the bowler. 2 balls left in this 13th over. Bilal goes over point. It runs away and it goes for 4 to tie the scores. Bilal again given width. Allowed to go over point. Hadi Afsal inside the circle. Abdullah Port was running round, trying to make the save. See it once again. Over the head of Hadi Afsal. Abdullah Port nearly got there. It's a valiant effort. He's always running away from him though. 4 more, 1 to win. And they win it with a wide. Down the leg side, and that seals an 8-wicket win for Kuwait. And reaffirms their spot in the semi-final. They will advance alongside the UAE with the chance to become one of the 2 finalists, then advance to the next stage of these Asia Cup qualifiers. This, of course, being the ACC Western Region T20, serves as the first leg of Asia Cup qualification under the ACC banner to join the 5 full members: India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and Afghanistan in the Asia Cup proper. And Kuwait, routine victory in the end. That stunning partnership between Bilal and Patel. It's worth 85 in the end. The trouble they were in early on. So we have a look back at the scorecard from that second innings. Kuwait lost those 2 early wickets inside the power play. Iran were buoyant, dreaming of victory, until Usman Patel and Mohammed Tahir Bilal joined forces. Patel 59 off the 39, his first T20 international 50 in just his 3rd game. Bilal 34 from 22. Stunning partnership. As for the Iran bowlers, as the two teams shake their hands and walk off the pitch, those two men, Bamiri and Abdullahpur, a brilliant first up. Wicket apiece. Sadi Afzal, economic as well. Not quite enough. As Iran end the tournament, having made serious improvement after every game. They're 61 for 8 after 20 overs against the UAE, 72 for 9 against Saudi Arabia after 20 overs. This time around, 108 for 8, batting 20 overs in the 3 successive matches and improving on the score every single time. Shadza Hisarju, their top scorer in each of those matches. His 39 today was excellent. Mohammad Aslam, though, 4 for 5. Incredible. Patel and Bilal finishing off the jobs. Kuwait win by 8 wickets. That's what it means for the points table in Group B. UAE advance as the group winners. Kuwait in 2nd. And at the moment, UAE are lined up to face Oman in what would be a cracking semi-final. Kuwait taking on Qatar. That is dependent, though, on Qatar versus Bahrain, which you can watch on the ACC YouTube channel. Andrew Leonard will be on commentary there. Shortly be hopping over to join him, I'm sure. It will look like Qatar versus Kuwait and UAE versus Oman in those semi-finals, which begin tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. local time. You'll be able to watch every ball of those on the ACC YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us today. I've been your commentator, Barney Reed, as we bid farewell to Iran. And Kuwait advance to the semi-finals of this ACC Western Region T20 tournament.